Hey everyone, it's Andrew here at Vespa Portland. If you have a Vespa GTS Supertech, a Primavera Sport, or a Sprint Sport, you have a TFT display on your scooter that shows you a bunch of new information about your bike. And one of the things that's included on that TFT display is a little icon in the bottom left in the shape of a wrench that you will see come on eventually. It's not always going to be there, only at very specific times. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that icon, what it means, when it comes on, etc. But if you want to skip directly to the reset process, you can click the link in the video description below. Before you go, just know that you can't reset the light, you can't reset the icon until it is on solid. So if it's flashing, you cannot reset it. All right, good luck to all you link clickers. For everybody else, this light is to let you know that you have a factory recommended service interval coming up soon. So you're first going to see this light when you're 300 kilometers or 186 miles away from your service interval. The indication will be that you'll turn your key to the on position, and in the bottom left you'll see the wrench icon flashing. And it's going to flash for probably 5 seconds, maybe 10, before it just extinguishes itself and you don't see it anymore for that ride. Every single time you turn your scooter to your key to the on position, you're going to see that flash if you're within that range heading up to your service interval. This light is nothing to worry about. Your scooter's not going to explode. It's not a huge deal, but it is an indication that you need to get on the phone with your local Vespa shop and get on the schedule for service. So for example, Piaggio recommends you get your first service done on a new Vespa at 625 miles. Now 186 miles before that point is 439 miles. So right around that time, if you're a new scooter owner, you just got a GTS, you just got a Sprint Sport, Primavera Sport, you're going to start to see around 439 miles, that wrench icon flash, and then go out on its own. And you're going to see that every single time you start your scooter all the way up to that interval. Eventually, you're going to notice that when you turn your scooter on, it flashes, but then it stays on solid. At that point, the light will come on, flash, and stay solid every time you turn the key on, all the time while you're riding consistently. And that's just to let you know that, hey, you're beyond your service interval. Go get your factory recommended service done so that your bike stays in tip-top shape for a long time. So it's kind of a funny thing, right? The indication is that you have a service coming up, you should get on the schedule, but you don't want to be too early, otherwise you can't do the reset. So for Supertech owners, Primavera Sprint Sport owners, this is one time where I would personally recommend not being so proactive about getting on the schedule for a service. Maybe wait until the light is entirely solid. So for any Vespa technicians watching this, if a customer brings you a scooter for service and the light is still flashing at the key on state, they're going to either need to bring it back to you once it goes fully solid, or you can just send them this video and they can do it themselves at home. If the light's fully solid, of course, reset it before you give it back to them. And for the owners of Supertech's Primavera Sports and Sprint Sports, before you leave your local Vespa shop after you've had a service, turn that key on and verify that that wrench is gone. All right, let's get started on how exactly to do it. It's a pretty simple process. We'll walk you through it right now. First, on the GTS Supertech, you're going to want to put the key into the bike and turn it to the on position. That's going to obviously power up the TFT display, and you're going to be able to see in the bottom corner here, the wrench icon flashes, and then eventually just stays solid. It's going to be in just a sec here. There it is. Okay, now the first thing you got to do is the mode button on the GTS Supertech is this little joystick right down here by the horn. What you want to do is push it up or down and cycle through all these right side options on the TFT display until you get to the battery voltage, which is right there. This only works on the battery voltage setting. Next up, we're going to be pressing in on the mode button 3 different times at different intervals. So the first press is going to be half a second. That's not this. It is a little bit of a hold. The second press will be 2 seconds, and the third press will be 10 seconds, but not more than 15. If you get the timing right, you'll see the light go off. If you don't, then just key off, key back on. It'll already leave you at the last setting where you left it, which was the battery, and then you can try the presses again. So I'm going to go half second press, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Didn't get it. So one of my times was wrong. So I need to do it again. Let's try. Let's go off. And then let's go back on. As you can see, we're still at battery. So let's go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There it goes. So I actually kind of waited until 11 seconds. You could even maybe say 12 on that. And then you just notice that the wrench icon went off. And that is it. It only took 2 times this time. Sometimes it takes 15, 20, 30 times. Key on, battery, half second, 2 seconds, 10 seconds, but not more than 15. And then it goes away. And now you'll see that when I turn the bike off and then back on, that the light is gone and I still need to go get gas. So on the Primavera and Sprint Sport, it's the same process, but the mode button is in a different place. Instead of using a joystick like you see on the left side here on the GTS Supertech, on the Primavera and Sprint Sport, the mode button is on the right side of the handlebars and it slides as well as presses in. You're going to need to slide over until you get to the battery voltage reading and then do the pressing, the half second, the 2 seconds, the 10 seconds, but not longer than 15. Safe to wait, 11, 12 seconds in there and just make sure you got it. Probably ups your chances of getting it on the first try. But other than that, it's the exact same. And it'll take the light out, turn the light off, and then it will reset the counter. And the next time you're going to need a service, it'll start popping on. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the miles out there. There's a lot of them to get. This is Andrew here at Vespa Portland. I'll see you next time.